The majority of the time, I'll just be like, no, leave me alone.
Okay.
And then, like, I'll be mad disrespectful about it because this is New York. You gotta be disrespectful at one point or another because these guys can't take no for an answer. How often do men approach you in public and ask you for your phone number? Every fucking day. Yo, this question, it shouldn't even be a question. It should be a statement. That's every day, at least once a day. Because
Really?
I like every single time I step outside my house, there's always at least one guy asking me for Snapchat, Instagram, DM, like literally anything.
Mm-hmm. So every day. I guess on that, I had something interesting for that. Oh, okay. So have you ever given a guy your phone number just so he stopped bothering you, or a fake phone number?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you help me pull that.
So the majority of the time, I'll just be like, no, leave me alone.
Okay.
And then, like, I'll be mad disrespectful about it because this is New York. You gotta be disrespectful at one point or another because these guys can't take no for an answer. But other times, like, I'll just be like, okay, fine. And I like literally scramble the numbers in my head. So I have like this thing that I do. Like, I know how to memorize numbers and stuff. I scramble it in my head and all of that. Like, I know pi. So it's like, I scramble it in my head and I'm just like, here you go.
How many numbers of pi do you know?
I think the first 16, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know like 25.
Go. Challenge accepted.
This is your interview, not mine, so.
Challenge accepted.
Have you ever had any uncomfortable experiences with people approaching you, like strangers, someone you don't know approaching you in public?
Like bad experiences?
Yeah. Uncomfortable, bad, it doesn't have to be extreme, but if it is.
There's all types of people that know me, like either through social media or through mutual friends or school or whatever it may be, jobs. And there's certain times when they'll come to me respectfully. They'll be like, oh, hey, aren't you like Gigi from Instagram, or aren't you that girl from this other thing that we worked on together? And I'll just be like, yeah, and then we'll have like a nice conversation. But then there's people that go overboard and they're on top of me. They're just disrespectful. They just, especially guys, if they see me in public sometimes, they'll say, oh, hey, aren't you Gigi? And then they'll get on me and then they'll compliment me once. I'll say thank you, I'll walk away, then they'll continue. Like if I walk away after saying thank you, then don't continue the conversation if I don't, because then it's just gonna be like, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is like kind of a consistent thing that happens, right?
Yeah. At least once a week.
At least once. All right, just pop your collar. All right, go ahead. Okay, so is that the extent of it though? You haven't like anything that you felt like was either like threatening your safety or?
There was times over the past few years that I felt stalked.
Can you go into detail about it?
Yeah. So I've lived in the neighborhood I live in now for about 7 years now, and then there would be guys that literally like fall in love with me over just knowing me since middle school.
Yeah. And
he would always skate across the street from where I live, which there's a park at. Yeah. And he would always be there. He was never there before, but there was this one summer when he was there every single day waiting for me to come, and he'll DM me and he'd be like, hey, are you coming? Hey, are you coming? And I was like, yo, that's a little stalkerish, and he knew where I lived. Yeah. Because I lived right across the street. Like, I feel like he knew like where I walked. And then after years passed by, I was just seeing him around the neighborhood. He doesn't even live there, Yeah. And then the last time I saw him was like the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And then there's been more instances where I'd come home because I'm usually on set from different times throughout the day and all of that. And I'd come home, and when I'm around the neighborhood, I could see people. Like, I would know, like, I'll feel things. So I'll feel people following me, and then I'll have to do rounds around my neighborhood before I even get into my doorstep. So it happens a lot. But not as often as it used to.